Hold on to your hats, wrestling fans. Last night's WWE Saturday Night's main event delivered a shocker. Cody Rhodes somehow managed to retain his WWE Championship against a relentless Drew McIntyre. But here's the kicker, the victory is being called into question, and some are even whispering the word cheated. Buckle up, because this rivalry is far from over. For months, the animosity between SmackDown's Titans, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, has reached boiling point. McIntyre, hungry for redemption, sought to snatch the WWE Championship from Rhodes' grasp. Remember WrestlePalooza last month? Rhodes controversially defeated McIntyre, a decision that sparked heated debate online, to say the least. Last week on SmackDown, McIntyre clawed back a sliver of revenge, winning an impromptu match against Rhodes via disqualification. But for a competitor like Drew McIntyre, a win by disqualification is as good as a participation trophy. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, sensing the electric tension, booked a high-stakes rubber match for Saturday night's main event in Salt Lake City. The stipulation: adding fuel to the fire, Rhodes agreed that a count-out, or disqualification, would automatically award the WWE Championship to McIntyre. Talk about pressure. So, how did the match unfold? Let's dive into the details of the main event showdown. In a grueling back-and-forth battle, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes went to war. Just when it seemed McIntyre was on the verge of a monumental upset, Rhodes pulled out a controversial victory, executing a DDT onto the WWE Championship, and then following up with a crossroads. The American Nightmare walked away with the belt still securely around his waist. But was it a legitimate win? Or was something else at play? Let's break down some key moments that had fans on the edge of their seats. Early in the match, Rhodes almost got himself disqualified by stomping on McIntyre past the 5 count and accidentally making contact with the referee. The realization that he could lose the title in such a manner clearly weighed heavily on him. After enduring waves of McIntyre's offense, Rhodes turned the tide with a thunderous superplex. Later, he connected with a disaster kick and attempted a Cody cutter, only for McIntyre to reverse it into a brutal spinning Blue Thunder Bomb-esque slam, resulting in a near fall. McIntyre unleashed a devastating spinebuster for a 2 count, followed by a powerbomb for another near fall. In a moment of psychological warfare, McIntyre brought the WWE title into the ring, seemingly baiting Rhodes into a disqualification. Rhodes grabbed the belt and tossed it to the ref, only to be blindsided by a Claymore kick, the closest near fall of the match up to that point. McIntyre delivered a running shoulder block that sent Rhodes crashing through the announce table. Rhodes barely made it back into the ring before the count of 10. Rhodes dodged a second Claymore kick and a future shock DDT. As Rhodes charged towards the turnbuckle, the referee inadvertently blocked his attempted Super Cody cutter. However, Rhodes eventually connected with the Cody cutter, securing his closest 2 count yet. McIntyre avoided a crossroads and shoved Rhodes into the referee, incapacitating him. Then, McIntyre unleashed a Glasgow kiss on Rhodes while the referee lay prone on the canvas. This is where it gets controversial. McIntyre came dangerously close to obliterating Rhodes with the WWE Championship, but missed. Both stars collided while attempting running crossbody blocks. With the WWE title lying on the ground, Rhodes seized the opportunity, delivering a DDT onto McIntyre on top of the title. He then tossed the title away, picked up McIntyre, and sealed the victory with a crossroads. Cody Rhodes is currently in his 2nd WWE Championship reign, having defeated John Cena for the title at SummerSlam in August. It's worth noting that some wrestling purists have questioned the relatively short length of his reigns, especially compared to some of the longer title runs of legendary figures. So, what's next for Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre? Even though Cody Rhodes emerged victorious at WWE Saturday Night's main event, it's highly improbable that Drew McIntyre will simply fade into the background. And this is the part most people miss. Given the circumstances of the win, McIntyre has a legitimate claim for another shot at the title. SmackDown has been hit hard by injuries, like the one to Jacob Fatu, and an imbalanced roster, leaving Raw overloaded with top talent. While Rhodes has secured 2 marquee victories over McIntyre, WWE's pay-per-view schedule suggests that this rivalry has more chapters to unfold. The question is, how many more? Survivor Series 2025 is only a few weeks away, and WWE might not have enough time to establish a new, compelling WWE title rivalry for Rhodes within that time frame. While there's been little indication that Rhodes and McIntyre will be on opposing sides of a War Games match, their best bet might be one last singles bout, particularly after Rhodes' questionable victory on Saturday. Could we see a loser leave SmackDown match? Now that would be interesting. There should be growing concern within WWE's creative team about the impact these losses are having on McIntyre, who is arguably one of WWE's most well-rounded performers and deserves better booking. The lack of formidable challengers for McIntyre further complicates matters, limiting WWE's options. It seems that WWE has little choice but to extend the feud between Rhodes and McIntyre through Survivor Series. With McIntyre harboring a legitimate grudge after the tainted loss in Salt Lake City, expect him to fight his way into one last title match very soon. But how can WWE keep this rivalry fresh and exciting for the fans? Now, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Cody Rhodes' victory was legitimate, or did he resort to underhanded tactics? Does Drew McIntyre deserve another shot at the title? And what creative direction should WWE take to ensure this rivalry remains captivating? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.